यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव पुण्य बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव पुण्य बिहारी जय राधा माधव पुण्य बिहारी जय मंश परिभ्राजराचार्य जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री राधा कृष्ण को गोपनाथ श्याम चंद्र राधा कुंड की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय नवदीप धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय द्वारका धाम की जय स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय और ग्लोरी थैंक यू वेरी मच
Translation: O my sons, you should accept a highly elevated Paramahamsa, a spiritually advanced spiritual master. In this way, you should place your faith and love in me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You should detest sense gratification and tolerate the duality of pleasure and pain, which are like the seasonal changes of summer and winter. Try to realize the miserable condition of living entities who are miserable even in the higher planetary systems. Philosophically inquire about the truth, then undergo all kinds of austerities and penances for the sake of devotional service. Give up the endeavor for sense enjoyment and engage in the service of the Lord. Listen to discussions about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always associate with devotees. Chant about and glorify the Supreme Lord and look upon everyone equally on the spiritual platform. Give up enmity and subdue anger and lamentation. Abandon identifying the self with the body and the home and practice reading the revealed scriptures. Live in a secluded place and practice the process by which you can completely control your life air, mind, and the senses. Have full faith in the revealed scriptures, the Vedic literatures, and always observe celibacy. Perform your prescribed duties and avoid unnecessary talks. Always thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, acquire knowledge from the right source. Thus practicing Bhakti Yoga, you will patiently and enthusiastically be elevated in knowledge and will be able to give up the false ego.
Shri Guru Mai Bhaktyānuvritya Vitishnaya Danda Titikshaya Cha Sadvatra Janta Babasa Vasanavagatya Jihasaya Tamasa Iha Nivitya. So, this is called regulative means. In the previous verse, it was recommended that karmanuvadha dhira asrateta. This attachment, karmanuvadha, this material world, everyone is busy. We have discussed many times, from morning to till late at night also. They are busy, big factories, they are working day and night, one shift or the other shift. That has become the criterion of civilization. Formerly it was less, because this ugra karma, these factories means ugra karma. Unnecessarily severe, hard work, unnecessary. We have seen in Detroit, they are manufacturing one farm, simply wheels of the motor, huge stock wheels. And somebody is manufacturing tire, huge stock tire, and they are giving estimate, up till now so many millions of tires we have manufactured. You know all this, it is in your country. And then there are so many motor parts, there are 3,000 small parts. The big factories are working to manufacture the parts of the motor car, different parts of the motor car, day and night working. And ultimately they are preparing one car, and people are using huge quantity of cars. This is called karmanuvadya, unnecessary, ugra karma. Transportation is required, but we see from Krishna books that the inhabitants of Gokula, there was a meeting headed by Nanda Maharaj's young brother Upananda, and all the villagers, they assembled together. They discussed that our Krishna is being repeatedly attacked by the Asuras, and it has become very troublesome, so let us leave this place. They are villagers. They thought it wise that because we are in this village, some of the demons are coming and disturbing. So they are villagers. Immediately Nanda Maharaj agreed, all right, let us leave this place. So immediately they transferred the whole village with their possession, cloth or something, everything, within 1 hour. And they transported by the bullock cart to Nandagram. That means the idea is the whole village was transferred from one village to another within very short time. So the transport is required, the transport by bullock carts, the bulls are there, they can be used for transport, or the asses, they can be used for transport, and the camels can be used for transport. There are so many animals. So advancement and big kings, royal families, they have got their transport service by keeping elephants and horses. You can get on the back of the horses and get yourself there. So nature's arrangement, God's arrangement is there. Transport is required in the human society, but you can utilize so many animals for your purpose. But at the present moment, Ugrakarma, the transport is there, but they are manufactured. Big buses for transport, big cars, and the animals, they are now killed and eaten. That's all. This is civilization. This is civilization. Not to reduce the labor, but increase labor. Therefore they are called Ugrakarma. Jagata Hita. And that will create disastrous condition of the human society. This is discussed in Bhagavad Gita. So, this simple living, we are introducing the simple living. Go to the village, have sufficient food grains and milk, and the experiment is successful in the Western countries, in New Vrindavan, in Philadelphia, in New Orleans. So now the leaders of European and American countries, they are threatened of this kind of civilization. If it is advanced, then where do we stand? The simple living. In Australia, one psychiatrist, he remarked that if this kind of simple living is introduced, then where do you stand? So they want Ugrakarma. They want to work day and night in the factories and to pacify themselves. They immediately require drinking, illicit sex. Then by working on motor cars, they have no enough food. They want to eat meat, kill animals, and to digest the meat, they must drink one after another. So this Ugrakarma, they have introduced, but they are not happy. Because they are fools, they do not know the happiness is different. It cannot be had from the Ugrakarma. Therefore, here it is said, Sarvatra Vasana, what is that? Jantab Vasana Sarvatra Jantur Vasana. Your material civilization, wherever you advance materially, there is trouble. Not only on this planet, but in other planets also. In the higher planet, there where they live for many millions of years, and their standard of happiness, of course these rascals, they are finding only stones and rocks in other planets. They have got everything only in this planet. And you have to believe them. Wherever they are going, in the moon planet or in the Mars planet, what do they see? Simply rocks and sands. But that is not the fact. Each and every planet is full of living entities. Janakin, that is the statement in the everywhere, every planet, there are different kinds of living entities. Just like we see in this planet also, the Europeans are of different features, the Americans have different features, India different features, Africa different features. So there are varieties of living contingent, varieties of living entities, but no planet is vacant, that is not the fact. This is Askel now. They are declaring the planets are vacant, only their father's property here, that is full of living entities. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Therefore it is said, Sarvatra janta vasanavagatya. Sarvatra, everywhere, there are living entities and there are sufferings. Not only living entities, as there are sufferings here, three kinds of miserable conditions, that will continue. Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartinam. That is statement of Krishna. Even if you go to the Brahma Loka, not that Brahma Loka is vacant. Why there are so many? Ananta Koti planets, Jasya Prabha Prabhavatu Jagadanna Koti. Not only one universe, but many millions and trillions of universes. Jasya Prabha Prabhavatu Jagadanna Koti. Kotishu Asesha Vasudhavi Bhinnam. Kotishu, in each and every Brahmanda, Ananta Vasudha. Vasudha means the living places. Vivinna, Ananta, Jasya Prabha Prabhavatu Jagadanna Koti, Kotishu Asesha Vasudha Vinnam. Vinnam. The climatic, atmospheric position is different. Not that it is vacant. Bhinnam. Vasudhadi Bhinnam. This is moon planet. That atmosphere is different. Otherwise, how it is possible that the moon planet, this so nice, soothing rays is coming, and why not from the sun? The sun is differently constructed, a different rays. It is God's arrangement. In daytime you require sunshine and you become tired. That night time there is moonshine. You become pacified, pleased, soothing. Why the sun and the moon, if they are vacant or something like that? They do not know. Vasudhadi Bhinnam. Each and every planet is differently constituted. They do not know. These rascals are passing as scientists and simply giving this conclusion that every planet is full of dust and rocks. If dust and rocks, then why from the sunshine so much heat is coming, and why from the moonshine so soothing and pleasing shine is coming? These rascals, they do not know, and they are passing as scientists. I call them directly rascals, simply. Set of rascals. They have never gone to the moon planet. They do not know what are the different positions of the different planets. Simply they are, cheating people to get good salary, that's all. And in the name of scientists. But you should know from the Vedic literature, the position. You should know that each and every planet is full of different types of living entities, and in the higher planetary system, the standard of living may be not maybe, it is mentioned, thousands and thousands of times better than this planet. This is called Bhuloka, then Bhuvarloka, then Sargaloka, Janaloka, Mahaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Brahmaloka. These are different higher planetary systems. And each loka, the standard of happiness, is 1,000 times better than the other. This is the position. And Krishna says, Abrahma Bhuvana Loka. And similarly down, there are different lokas, Tal, Atal, Talatal, Nital, Patal, like that. This is the kind of situation. But here, Rishabdev says, anywhere you go, the threefold miseries of material existence, that will continue. You cannot get rid. Even Brahmaloka, the Brahma, he is subjected to die. He also undergo the principles of death, and what to speak of others. Nobody will exist here. Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartinarjuna. So we should know that we are trying to improve our material condition. It doesn't matter. You are now a poor man, and by doing something you get a great amount of wealth. That does not mean that you are free from dangerous condition of life. That is not. Sarvat, either in this planet or another planet, or this condition, that condition, the threefold miseries, Adhyatmik, Adhidaivik, Adhidaivik, and Adhibhautik, and these miseries, and Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, Krishna says, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosam Darsana. Krishna never says that within this universe, if you go to the heavenly planet, then you can avoid Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Never says. Nobody says. Krishna says, even you go to the heavenly planet, Abrahma Bhuvana Loka, the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, there will be. You cannot avoid. Jadgatyana nivattante tadhamam paravam mama. But if you come to me, Paramdham, then you can avoid. Dukkhalayam asasthatam. Here, everywhere you will find Dukkhalayam asasthatam. Just I was reading last night that Brihaspati's wife is kidnapped by Chandra. The Brihaspati is the spiritual master of the demigods, and his wife was kidnapped by Chandra. He is also one of the demigods. Just see, the sex and lusty desires are so strong even in the higher planetary system. And that is the cause. That is the cause. Here it is said, Lingam vapohit kusalo homakhyam. This false ego is the cause of our miserable condition in this material world. Material world is miserable. Dukkhalayam asasat, this material world. One ant is living, say, for one day, and I am living for 100 years, and Brahma is living for millions of years. That does not mean any one of us is free from the miserable condition of this material. Nobody. Therefore, this material world is called dukkhalayam asasat. Mam peta kaunteya dukkhalayam asasatam na bhuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramāgata. That is samsiddhi, that if you become able how to become free from this encasement of material body, lingam vapohe, therefore the endeavor should be how to give up this material body and be situated in our spiritual status, and that will give us. So for that, there are so many practices, regulated principles mentioned here. The first thing is hamse guru mai bhaktanuvritya. This is adu gurvasram. If you do not get a qualified guru, then everything is bogus. If you by good fortune, if you get the association of a guru, qualified hamsa, paramahamsa, paramahamsa guru means sannasi's last stage is paramahamsa. Kuticha, Bahuja, Paribrajagacharya and Paramahamsa. These are the different stages. When one takes sannyas, he lives outside the village in a kuti, in a cottage, and the family members goes and delivers him the food because he is not practiced. So in the beginning, he gives up this association of neighborhood or family, but he is not practiced. He therefore lives outside the village, and if somebody gives some food, he eats. Then when he becomes experienced, then he does not accept food from one, either his own home or one home. He takes food stuff from many homes. Give me a little piece of chapati. So somebody gives half, because they are also not overburdened. If they have to deliver so many sannyasis come and sumptuous food, then how the Grihastha will provide? Therefore, though they do not overburden, there may be other sannyasis, therefore little only. Madhupuri, the Goswamis practice this Madhupuri in Vrindavan. They live, but they will take little only from the house. This is called Bahuda. Then when he is practiced more, he travels all over the world. Paribrajagacharya. And when he is fully experienced, then in spiritual life and everything, then he is Paramahamsa. So one must find out a guru who is Paramahamsa. Neither Kutichak nor Bahuchak nor Paribraj, Paramahamsa. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also Lord Chaitanya says, Guru Krishna Kripaya Pai Bhakti Rata Bij. This Bhakti Rata Bij can be obtained through the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Here, Rishabdev, his incarnation of Krishna, Therefore he says, Moi, Hamsi Guru Moi. You cannot jump over Krishna. I know Krishna, I shall go to Krishna directly without Guru. There are many rascals, they say like that. No, that is not possible. First of all Guru, then Krishna. Hamsi Guru Mai, Bhaktanuvritya. So these are descriptions, this is beginning. If we actually practice the description and the prescription given in the Shastra, then it will be possible that, as it is said, karmanubadhya dirha asratheta, then our strong desire to enjoy this material world in different way, that will be slack. That is what. Thank you very much.